1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is part 2 of The Silent Man. And this is, I guess, what we would consider like the pre-chorus, this next section. It starts with an E minor chord, regular old E minor, first position. So now what I'm going to do is take my pinky and go to the fourth string, 4th fret. That's an F sharp. So in a sense, I'm turning this into an E minor 9 at that point. One of my favorite chords. I love that chord. So on the downbeat, it's an E, regular E minor. Then I think what he's doing is he plays the low bass note and then gets the... So it's... And to really hear that 9th, I don't hit the low E again. I hit it open, but then when I strum the chord, I start from the B note on the 5th string to really get that 9th to stand out. So after that, the next chord would be an A minor 7. So if I take my campfire A minor, but if you have the 3rd string G open, I get A minor 7. Now the next thing he does is he slides this up to create, I take that shape and I move it up a whole step to the D, and then my middle finger's going to an F sharp. And it's kind of a tricky thing what to call that chord. We'd probably want to say it's some form of D, because if I put a root here, I actually get... This is a very common voicing of a D9 with a suspension with a G in it. So we could call this a D, that suspension that's in there, the G, is the 4th. So we could call it a D4 over an A bass, I guess. Or we could just say the A minor 7 slid up a whole step. So that's the sound that we have there. The next chord after that, it actually goes back to the E minor. So I have E minor. You do the same trick again of E minor and then adding the 9th. So from there, there's the next chord we have is kind of an odd shape too. I have a C, an F sharp, a G, and a D. So essentially it sounds like a C with a sharp 4 in it. And there's a 9th in there as well, the D, or a 2. We could say it's a almost like a sus2. So this could be, we could say C, sus2, sharp 4. I have my index finger on the C, my ring finger on the F sharp, open G, and then my second finger is going to come here and play the D on the 2nd string. And no E string on top. I don't want the E in there. So how I'm muting that out is with the back of my index finger. That way I can get a nice full strum and my outer 2 E strings are muted. Then after that, we go up to this. Now it sounds like he's playing a D chord to resolve this, but he actually, from watching where he plays this, he does a bar up at the 7th fret, and that's where I'm getting an A, a D, and an F sharp. So it sounds like a D major triad. But there's a C in the bass. So that's the chord he's actually ending on. I mute out the 5th string with the back of this finger. So that whole sequence: E minor, E minor 9, A minor 7. That's going to go up a whole step to our crazy D4 over A. Then that's going to go back to E minor 9. And there's now our C sus2 sharp 4. And then finally a D triad with a C in the bass. So let's hear that in context. So here's a close-up look at those chords. So here's the E minor. Here's the E minor with the 9th. Here's the A minor 7. Move that up. There's the D sus 4 over A. Here is the E minor again. There's the 9th again. Then we go to that C sus2 sharp 4. And then the D with the C in the bass.